my name is Nicole Ferrara. I am going to today show you how to make paracord bracelets and paracord products using the Cobra weave, very common weave. So let's get started. Okay guys, so first off I want to show you some things that are going to be useful for your paracord making. These are the tools of the trade, as I like to call them, haha. Alright, first off, a really good pair of scissors. If you don't have a good pair of scissors that make a clean cut, then you're going to have problems because you're going to get frayed ends, and frayed ends are really hard to work with. So, nice clean pair of scissors. Second thing that we always want to work with is a lighter of some form or fashion. I like these ones personally. One, they're easy to find, and two, they're pretty inexpensive. So, I like these, plus I don't burn myself. 3, if you're going to be doing any kind of specialty cord, like the Save Your Troops or Support Your Troops, there we go, you're going to want a pair of needle nose pliers, something along those lines that has that really tiny edge, because you need to get up underneath these braids in order to get this other cord through. So that's what comes in handy for those. If you're going to be doing the custom charmed bracelets that I do, you're going to want something along the lines of crazy glue, craft glue. I use the kind that has a little brush because it creates a nice smooth surface for you to put these charms down on, and it doesn't really do clumping of any kind, so it makes a really good product at the end. Another thing that's really important is measuring tape. Especially if you're doing any kind of bracelets for other people, you need to measure their wrists if they're not right handy. This is awesome to have because you don't want a bracelet that's too tight or too loose. So, very important. If you are going to be doing the custom charmed bracelets, you're going to need the charms. Charms are about $1 a piece. You can find them really easy online. Get them in bulk packs, 10, 15. A new thing I just stumbled upon are little compasses. These are really cool, they're really inexpensive, and you can put them right into your paracord bracelets for survival purposes. They're great, I have checked them, they do work. Awesome. And then finally, you're going to need your little buckles. Your buckles come in big packages. They're really inexpensive, sometimes you can get them for free. And the cord. For any normal bracelet, you're going to want 10 feet of cord, or if you're doing 2 different colors, you're going to need 5 feet of each color. The way I like to measure them out, just so you don't have to have a measuring tape out handy, is you take the tip and you wrap it around your elbow. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Mine's a little short just for this demonstration, but you guys get the idea. So, let's get started making a paracord bracelet. So with your cord, you're going to want to even it out and line up the 2 ends so you have even amount on both sides. Take your other end with the loop and grab your buckle. Now you're going to want your buckle facing down. It does not matter which side of the buckle you use, but you place the cord under and you pull it up through. And depending on how flexible your cord is, this can be an easy task. I like to use the 550 cord. I think that is the best cord. So then you pull it, well, once you've got your loop, you pull it under, up, and through. Pull your cord out. You should have a loop that looks like that. And then you pull, making sure to keep all the paracord even. You don't want any knots, anything like that. So nice, even, nice and tight. Then you take the other side of your cord, even it up, and make sure it keeps straight, aligned. You don't want any crisscrossing. It makes it really hard to work with your cord. And you're going to take your other side of your buckle, and you're going to place the cords as the way that they should be through your buckle. So usually I do one at a time. When you got them through, You pull, making sure to keep everything nice lined up, straight. So with this part, you're going to be wanting to measure your wrist. And I usually just make the loop nice and loose, and then I pull. Now, the first instinct is to pull really tight, because you want a nice tight bracelet. But with the braid going to be on there, you don't want it really tight. So I like to leave, with the buckle part, about an inch. And then you release the buckle, holding on to the end that does not have a knot. That is extremely important because you just measured your wrist. You don't exactly want a bracelet that doesn't fit anymore. So from that point, you make sure everything's nice and straight. And for this purpose, I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger because I don't actually need another bracelet. So you've got your bracelet measured out. You've got both ends. So then you've got some cord coming at the top of your buckle. It does not matter which side. I usually just start with the left-hand side to do my braid. So you take your left-hand side, for you guys, you're seeing the right. Left-hand side. Oops, and I just pulled it a little bit. And you need to bring it out in front. So, and I'll show you on your end too. You take your bracelet, you take the left-hand side, and you bring it out in front, making a loop. See? Because you want that, that's what's going to be your braid. So I'm going to bring it back towards me. So you've got your loop. And then you take, show you guys, you take your other one, you bring it forward, behind, and through the other loop. That creates the knot. So now you've got cord on both sides. You just pull, making it pretty tight. It's not going to look perfect with your first knot, but that's your first knot. So when you're looking at your bracelet, you're going to want to go with the loop or the cord that's facing away from you. So you notice how this one kind of comes at you a little bit, and then this one's out behind. This is the one that you work with, the one in behind. It's going to keep everything straight. So if you lose track of where you are in a braid, you always have that reference of, okay, it's the one in behind. Awesome. So then again, you take the one in behind, you bring it across, like so. You bring the other cord in front, behind, and then through. So bring it through. So you've got a knot again. See? And you pull nice and tight. You pull up to make sure the knot stays tight. Pull across, down, and there's your first braid. Awesome, right? So again, you're going to want to bring your behind across, under, over, and through. Oops, and I did that wrong. There we go. So the one furthest from you, over, behind, across, and through. I just did it backwards. There we go. Okay. So you've got your first couple braids. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to cut ahead and keep going, show you the finished product, and then how you're going to finish up your bracelet. So we'll be right back with you guys. Hey guys, alright, so you should have your full paracord bracelet. I hope you were pulling on the ends the entire time. Make sure it was all nice and tight. You guys should have a lot more cord than I do. I'm working with a little shorter cord than you are. But here's your finished product. All the braids are nice and even, all the way down to the very end. Now what I like to do as a double check is just try to buckle it, make sure it fits nice and tight, and if it's a little tight, you can actually work it. Let's see how mine's pretty tight, not too tight, watch tight. So after you've double checked your size, the next thing is we need to remove the rest of the extra paracord. So first things first, pull put as tight as you possibly can. You don't want that to go anywhere while you're trying to cut these ends. So nice and tight. And then you're going to take your good pair of scissors, and you're going to want to cut as close as you possibly can. So about there. So cutting. Like I said, this is when a good pair of scissors come in handy. So you see how you've got a little bit left? Then you're going to want to take your lighter, and you're going to want to heat just the part that you cut. Heat it for a couple seconds, and then you flatten it out. Now sometimes it will have a rough edge. You just want to keep heating that up and flattening that out until you have a nice smooth edge. Just like that. Nice and smooth, nice and tight, and that's not going to go anywhere. Same thing with this side. You're going to want to cut fairly close, about there, with your good pair of scissors. And cut. So nice and close. I'm going to want to heat it up for a couple seconds and then smooth it out. Like I said, I like to use the actual lighter itself because I'll tell you what, it hurts to burn your fingers with this. And sometimes I'll smooth it out with my finger when it's not so hot. So now you've got your nice clean edges, and you guys just made yourself a paracord bracelet. Now these are great for emergency purposes or even just a little flare. They're water resistant. They've got these 7-stranded cords on the inside. So they're really durable and they're great for survival purposes. Like I said, you can make fishing line, traps, shoelaces, anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed your new paracord bracelet. And I will see you next time for some more paracord fun. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks.